This video is a collaboration with renowned violinist, educator, and author Joseph Arnold. I encourage you to support his soon-to-be-released book, Soul Force Arts, where Joseph reveals the path towards effortless and inspiring musical performance. Hey everybody, welcome back to Swift Guitar Lessons. Today, I'm so excited. I'm joined by my good friend, Joseph Arnold.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, man. Welcome back.
Good to see you.
Together, we're going to be breaking down 3 essential bluegrass fiddle licks that every guitarist should also know. In addition to that, we're also going to be learning about your mindset when it comes to practice and how to move forward as a musician.
Yeah.
But first, maybe you can just introduce yourself to everybody and talk about our goals for today's lesson.
Sure. Yeah. Again, my name is Joseph Arnold. I'm a violinist and Alexander technique teacher. We'll talk about that a little bit today. And today, I'm excited to share with you these 3 bluegrass licks, which you can learn on the guitar. And what I really like about this approach is that learning things that are kind of meant for another instrument helps break you outside of what you're used to doing, what feels familiar. And, there are always things that just lay really well on one instrument or another. But if you really want to expand your melodic horizons and just get out of the usual kind of ruts that you're in, it's a great idea to learn things that were written for or meant for a different instrument.
Okay, so let's take a close look at the violin and the guitar. Joseph is going to teach me these licks, and then I'm going to in turn teach them to you. And I'm sure it's going to be a little bit confusing. Again, this is licks that are written for a different tuning, a different layout of the notes. So our fingers are going to get a little confused, but I think it's definitely going to help us grow as musicians and maybe give us a different perspective on melody. All right, so let's take a close look. I'll have tabs for you, and remember, you can always download these tabs at patreon.com/swiftlessons. Okay, so let's get started. Lick number 1.
Okay, so this is a really great ending lick for a tune. And I'll just go ahead and play it for you.
Okay.
And maybe we'll go part by part.
Okay. Okay, I've definitely heard that in a lot of tunes and live performances. Maybe you can just give us a taste of like what kind of rhythm that would be played over top of.
Sure, it'd be something like doom checka doom checka doom checka doom checka ba da bo doom ba ba. You could have a little swing to it. Doom da ka doom da ka dee da ba bo doom ba ba. Yeah. 2, 3, 4.
Ah, okay. All right. So, can you play that one more time, real slow?
Sure.
All right, so we got like this slide there that I feel like is really important to the sound of it.
It is. Yeah.
All right, so if we're gonna phrase that coming off of that shuffle rhythms.
1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
Ah, that's beautiful. Okay, so what we're playing there, I'm picturing G major pentatonic scale in the open position, surrounding that G chord. I'm also picturing the upper extension of that scale. All right, and from those notes, I can play. It's just beautiful. So we're starting off on a G note, the root, then the open A, 3rd fret of the B string, that's a D note. And then right here, I could play the open B string, but it's not gonna have the same amount of flavor.
Yeah, totally.
Right? You got that sweet little slide in there, and we have to have it. So if we're gonna find that on the guitar, I'm gonna use my middle finger here, and then play open G like that. So then a D major chord, and then the G major. All right, let's put it all together first slow, and then we'll bring it up to speed,
sure.
all right? All right, so a 1, 2, 3. Oh, slow, right.
Yeah.
A 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And y'all saw it right there, my fingers got a little bit confused because this just doesn't feel like a guitar lick. All right, but it's exciting in that way.
Yeah, and it lays so easily on the violin. And so
and
this
awkwardly on the guitar.
this is one of those things.
Yeah. Okay. So, but again, I'm just kind of like calibrating my language, my vocabulary for the guitar, and learning something new. And I feel like if I play this enough, it would just become a part of my musical vernacular. All right.
Yeah,
So,
and actually I have something to offer about moments like that, because it happens all the time when you're learning something new and you get a little bit tight, or like you're playing something really fast, or it's just kind of awkward and challenging. What typically happens for a lot of us is that our bodies get tight when we're trying to do that. And yet that tightness is kind of like pulling on the reins of the horse at the same time as you're trying to get the horse to go. So it actually interferes with your ability to play it well. And a lot of times people don't really think about this. Oh, this is just the way I play. Or I'm like trying hard to do this, right? Isn't trying hard a good thing? Well, it is, except when your body gets tight.
right.
So one really easy thing you could do is just to check in with your body before you play. Just take a breath and try to be at ease with your body, even as you go through these tricky sections.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I feel like a lot of us practice in this state of chaos. And like, I want to get it down. I want to get it perfect. And I want to get it as fast as possible.
Totally.
And with that mindset and all that tension, it just slows you down and actually keeps you from the finish line.
That's right.
So when you're practicing this lick, stay calm,
Yeah.
take it slow,
Yeah.
play it in chunks if you need to,
Yep.
and then slowly bring it all together. But let's pull one more thing out of the pages of your book. Think about really enjoying the music. You put it as your inner audience member.
Yeah. So the inner audience member is the part of you that feels something, some kind of emotion when you play. Usually it's in your heart or in your gut. So when you hear music that you really like, you feel more open. It's more pleasurable. And when you hear music you don't like, it's like, ugh, it closes off. So that's your inner audience member talking to you. And what I really love to do when I teach all my students is to, when you play, listen to your own inner audience member as if somebody else is playing. And that gives you much greater access to your emotions when you play. And that's really what brings music to life.
Yes, not just for your audience, but also for yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're having that emotional response to your music, then your audience is going to be more likely to as well.
Absolutely.
So one more time, that lick, playing that little country rhythm.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so that's one lick in the bag. Let's move on to lick number 2. What do you got for us?
All right, so this is a classic rhythmic kind of lick that actually comes from the Orange Blossom Special, which is a very famous fiddle tune, doing all kinds of fun train sounds. And this is the part where it sounds like the train's going down the track. So I'll play from the original, and then I'll just take out a little simple part that I'll share with you, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
So as you can see, there's a lot going on with that, and of course for performance it's going to go like 10 times faster. But what I'm going to do now is take out just one little part of that, the doo doo ba doo doo ba doo doo ba doo doo ba doo doo da. It can be fun and sometimes tricky rhythm.
Yeah, it's such a. What time signature is this?
So this is actually in 4/4.
Really?
4 dum ba doo doo ba doo doo da doo doo da doo doo da doo. That's it.
Yeah.
4 beats.
Okay.
But it feels like something else, right? Because there's this 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2.
Yeah, it's an exciting rhythm.
It is.
Okay, so let's hear it one more time. Can you do it slow for us? And
Sure. Yeah, I'll just do the simple version, a little slow for you. Here we go.
okay, and then maybe one more time at full speed so we can kind of get the essence of
Sure.
it. Okay, so key of D major.
D major, yeah, you probably do this on a D dominant chord.
Okay, like a dominant 7.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, and then the rhythm that's being implied there is kind of like a.
Well, yeah, it's just so real simple with the background. 1 2 3 4.
Okay. All right. So, what notes do we have?
So it starts on a D, and then the other notes that move, that kind of in the upper line of that, are A, B, C natural, and then back to B.
Okay, and then they're alternating with the root note?
Alternating with the root note.
Okay, so.
And then two more. There you go.
A to D.
That's right.
In there.
Yeah.
So, right away, this feels awkward on the guitar. It feels like a good exercise for sure. Perhaps mainly for alternate picking. I feel like I could play it pretty easily with downstrokes. And then that's a little bit faster at the end, right?
Yeah.
And then it's going to loop right there.
That's right.
So, but I think what we have here is an alternate picking exercise. So, oh, see, that's definitely tricky. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have that open D string, and that melody line again is A, B, C, B. So we're going to tap the root note twice, then go to the A note, and then we're going to tap again the root note, open B, back to the root note, C, and then back to the root note, and then B. So far that segment is. And then we're just going to finish it up with a quick A, D. So second fret G string, and then open D. All right, put all that together, and we've got, I think.
Yep.
One more time. Here we go.
Yeah. Perfect.
Just like that. Great little alternate picking exercise. And what is like the ultimate goal here in terms of tempo? Can you play it like if you were going to perform?
Oh man, yeah. I'll give it a shot here.
Okay.
So just a little lick or the whole thing? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Actually, that feels kind of slow, right? So maybe it's going to be more like.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Woo!
Yeah, just like that.
All right, that's pretty tricky. Okay, on to lick number 3. What do you have for us?
All right, this is actually one that I wrote.
Okay,
Yeah.
an original lick, awesome.
Yeah, and we're gonna do this over maybe a C7 sharp 9.
C7 sharp 9, the 1, the 3rd, the dominant 7, the sharp 9. This is what they call the Hendrix chord.
That's right.
In guitardom. All right, so C dominant 7 sharp 9.
Yeah.
Okay, over that rhythm.
And of course, in this sharp 9 chord, we're gonna have both the regular major third of a dominant and the E flat. So E natural and E flat. And you'll see both of those notes are going to be used in this lick.
So this is actually kind of like a major minor chord.
Yeah.
Because that, well, the sharp 9 is the same thing as a flatted third.
That's right.
So just, it's in the next octave. Okay, so what are we playing over this?
Okay, the rhythms are a little tricky, so I'll just play it a couple times, and I'll show you the downbeat, because the first note comes just off the downbeat. 4, 1.
It's so cool. So it's 1, and then it starts.
Yeah, it's like a single 16th note rest. Ba ba da da da.
And this is cool because it gives you like a lick that you can use for a full measure of music.
Yeah.
So if I was comping over top of that C dominant 7 sharp 9.
2, 3, 4.
One more time. All right.
Yeah.
Can we do that lick real slow?
Sure. 3, 4, 1.
Beautiful. Okay, so I can already tell it's like blues scale.
Mm-hmm.
I think this one translates really well to the guitar. So I can already hear it starting on the minor third. And then it's not going to be sequential. We're going to go.
Yeah.
See, now
Yeah.
he's speaking my language, which is
Yeah.
blues licks.
Totally.
As you know, I've taught a lot of blues, so this is something I can pick up pretty easily. All right, so minor blues scale, key of C. We're starting on the minor third. That's 11th fret of the high E string. Scaling down. Then we're going to the B string. And now we're going to go, it's a slide pull-off move. So I'm sliding up and back. That's the 10th fret of the G string. Slide up a half step and then back, and then pull off down a full step to fret number 8. All right, then we're back up. Probably a little slight bend on the guitar would sound good there just to create some tension. So, and then finally, the resolve. Back to C. You put all that together and we got. And real slow. And then finally, you can practice that chord, the Hendrix chord, fret 3, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you know the intervals. 1, major third, dominant 7, sharp 9. All right, great way to cap off that lick.
Totally.
All right, let's play it one more time together in tandem, all right? So I'll play the rhythm, and then Joseph's gonna play the lead for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's do one more.
3, 4. Nice.
All right, thanks everybody for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it, that you'll find these licks to be useful, and that it will make you kind of move your fingers in a way that perhaps you're not used to. Mm-hmm. Where can everyone go to support your new book, or maybe be able to pick up the book?
Sure. Yeah, so I'm still in the process of getting my book edited and ready to publish. So it's called Soul Force Arts, The Vital Role of Musicians and Other Artists in a World That's Lost Its Mind. And my idea is that we live in turbulent times, right? And so what's ours to do as musicians, as artists? What can we do through our art to make a difference? And to me, the key to that is this idea of soul force. Soul force is the transformative quality that makes life-changing performances, life-changing works of art, and which might be one of the only things that can reach past all of the polarization and rage and feelings that people are having, all the chaos, to really touch people's hearts.
Yeah.
Right, that's something that we can really do as musicians and artists.
Yeah, we can all take a step back from cable news and all of the sensationalism that pollutes our lives and just enjoy these soulful performances. Yeah. So the book is going to give really artists of all types some guidance on how to untap their potential.
Yeah, that's right.
Enjoy the creation of art a little bit more.
Totally. Yeah, so it's basically an arts pedagogy based on this idea of soul force. Like, how can we cultivate soul force, this life-changing, transformative quality in how you practice, in how you perform, how you create, how you teach. And so it's part philosophy and lots of practical advice. And right now I'm trying to raise some funds. I'm self-publishing, and this kind of stuff costs a lot of money. So we'll have the Kickstarter link below. I'd really appreciate your support. And there are lots of great gifts, everything from like a PDF to an audiobook to a hard copy of the book to even a stop on my book tour. I could come to your house.
Wow.
Maybe if you live in the US and play a show for you, a private concert.
Well, I'm definitely going to be getting my copy, and the reason for that is Joseph is one of the most respected musicians in the city of Philadelphia and beyond. And I don't mean to flatter you too much, but it's true. He did incredible work on some of my original music. River Queen was the last track that we worked together on. It's an opportunity to learn from a really extremely high caliber musician, and to be able to reach your musical potential, which is I think what the book is all about.
Totally.
And if you're not a musician or a guitar player, well, you wouldn't be watching this channel if you weren't. But I think it's still something that you can recommend to artists of all types. So I'll put the link down in the description on where you can support the book and be able to get a copy. And Joseph will be back shortly, I'm sure.
Sounds good.
We'll be able to put some more some video content out there for you right here to, again, help you reach your potential as a musician.
Awesome.
So until next time, this is Rod and Joseph coming to you from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and saying happy picking.